And hello ladies and gentlemen, Jazstretto here from Jazstretto Let's Play here tonight to do podcast number 4 with, well, unfortunately only one person, but a very good friend of mine, PlanetaryAshes.
Good afternoon ladies and gentlemen, what is up? It's Colonel Phoenix from PlanetaryAshes, and thank you again for bringing me on podcast number 4, Jazstretto.
No problems whatsoever.
What do we got for tonight?
Okay, tonight's topics list, we have an Unravel review. Now, Unravel is a game. Darkest Dungeon review. Street Fighter V review. Apparently portable hit, which is Hitman Go Definite Edition, coming to PC and PlayStation. Destiny 2 dated for next year, with a large expansion slated for this year. Fallout 4 getting revamped survival mode. DLC details expected soon. Quantum Break, the game, is expected to be released on Xbox One and Windows 10 in April. The Empire Strikes Orc, the new Total War Warhammer walkthrough. Should be interesting to talk about.
And last but not least, there'll be no new Assassin's Creed game in 2016.
No, unfortunately not.
Should we do the reviews or should we get the new Assassin's Creed out of the way?
Let's do the reviews first and then we'll get stuck into the news.
Alright.
First one is Unravel.
This is actually particularly a first. EA Games has actually officially made a kids game that is rated G.
Mm-hmm.
How long has it been since EA Games have done a G game?
Oh, I can't remember. It's been that bloody long.
It has been that bloody long indeed. I think the first game that EA has released that was G. I think it was Need for Speed, the very first one.
I believe so.
Yeah. Then they start to ramp it up to to PGs, M and MA15 to all kinds of games like Need for Speed, Battlefield, and other gamers now.
All sorts of stuff.
It's all kinds of games. But at long last, EA has finally made a Unravel game.
Yep.
Well, made a G game. Now how bloody awesome is that?
Unravel from the empathetic developer Coldwood introduces us to Yarny, an adorable, sentient piece of yarn, or wool as we'd say here in Australia, bent on restoring lost memories in a decaying photo album of sorts. Why, we're not really sure, but I can say that, at all very least, the photos craft level themes for the designers to run amok with challenges and level design, making Unravel a wonderful gem of a platform puzzler that maybe takes its premises and reward system a little bit too seriously.
And also, as Yanni, you move your way through side-scrolling levels filled with puzzles, he's also only able to use so much of his makeup before needing to find another dose of wool to flesh himself out and go that little bit further.
That's true.
Yeah, you're able to lasso yourself to specific wool knots spread throughout the level, and swing from these, or use them to create trampolines or bridges to move helpful objects around. There are also little wood badges hidden throughout each level, and you can come back into any level at any completed level in order to find any you may have missed. Okay, I know how much I don't like collectors. I'm not going to dance around this again. The collective side mission bloody blows. Yeah. I know how much collecting all the items to get 100% of it. This blows yet again.
Okay, let's move on a little bit. What Ozgamers.com, which I do like to refer them to a lot, What they liked about the game, it was wonderful puzzles with an escalation in challenge, amazing visuals and calming soundtrack. Yanni is a great fit for the puzzle and is and visual side of the game. What they didn't like was the game takes itself too seriously and the storyline.
Wow.
They gave it 8 out of 10, which I think is actually pretty good, actually.
Yeah. Well, to say this, we can't actually give a review out now because we haven't actually played the game just yet.
Yeah.
If we play the game, we'll be able to understand, but for now, we can't get about our proper score. But if we do play the game and we do start up another podcast, we'll be happy to give out a review score for this one. But for now, we can't do that.
Well, let's say this. What would you probably give it from what you've read here?
Well, I'll probably
for your expectations. So not 8 out of 10 for like what the whole game is, what your expectation points are.
Well, what I'm thinking about it, I do like the puzzles, but the thing is, I don't know what kind of puzzle they're going to throw out. Like, some puzzles can be slightly difficult.
Physical-based puzzles. Or physics-based puzzles.
Yeah, well, some of those physics-based puzzles can be slightly difficult or slightly easy. It depends on what particular level you're in. And the story, like I said, I wish there is more to it. But if I had played the game a little bit more properly, I would have understood the story. And looking at Yanni from the trailer that I haven't looked, personality-wise, is actually bang on.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yes. So, without a doubt, I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. I wish there is more to this one. But like I said, I haven't played the game. All I saw is the trailer, but I like how Yanni is. I like his personality.
I'll give the game a 7 out of 10 for expectation, but we'll do a full one once we actually finally play the game.
Yes, if both of us can do it. So, yes. So, the Darkest Dungeon.
Yes. Now then, moving on to the next game review, Darkest Dungeon. It's a Lovecraftian-esque gothic tale worth its weight in Cthulhu tentacles, which I love this kind of storyline. Because personally, I know someone who loves J.P. Lovecraft, and yeah, she's gonna love this game.
I'm guessing that's have to be your girlfriend or what?
No, my future sister-in-law.
Oh.
And my brother as well, so they're gonna both love this kind of game. Okay, let's have a quick read of it. As with any Lovecraftian-esque gothic tale worth its weight in Cthulhu tentacles, Darkest Dungeon starts off with you receiving a blood-splattered letter from a family member requesting help to restore the family name and repair the cursed hamlet you call home. Sadly, rumours of a dwindling fortune, dealings with the occult, and a fateful expedition that resulted in all but one member being slain have seen your once good name tarnished beyond reproach. It is up to you to bring the light back to your land, but to do that you must first face the darkness. Thus begins your journey into the Darkest Dungeon.
A short cutscene after starting a new game, and you are thrust into your first mission and combat tutorial along the old road that leads to Hamlet you call home. Combat in Darkest Dungeon is a turn-based game. Oh, this is actually...
So that's sort of like Final Fantasy based, basically.
Pretty much. With each party member having a maximum of 4 skills at their disposal. Depending on the hero class and the skill selected, damage done to enemies can be either physical, bleed, or blight. Think poison. While the development skills are governed by the
position.
Yeah, the hero has in the party. Each hero class has a preferred position in the party, whether that is heavy armored crusader at the front of the party or the
Vestal.
Vestal who will happily be towards the rear of the party, throwing down heals like no one's business.
Basically, the Vestal is basically just another name for a mage.
Pretty much. As for the Darkest Dungeon, is a turn-based, you already know that, governed by a brutal RNG dice roll.
Ooh, interesting.
system where everything has a cost. One such example are Occultist class,
Occultist
class, which can heal but also has a chance to cause the heal character to bleed. Yikes!
This game sounds so much fun. I might have to recommend it to my brother. He and my future sister-in-law would love this game.
Yeah. So much of the game falls under the risk versus reward system. Far out, that's gonna be it. While exploring the dungeons below the manor, keep the party torch lit results in a better chance to surprise enemies and take less adventuring stress. But it means you receive decreased loot from enemies. Do you spend your money on upgrading the hero weapons and armor, or do you buy
provisions
for the adventure? Is these constant decisions that keep you constantly second-guessing yourself? Now, this is what I like. Now, okay, now that's just reading it from the article. I'm starting to love this game already because...
Well, by the looks of things, if you scroll down a bit, it sort of has a very basic sort of, Final Fantasy one.
Yeah. Knowing me, I like turn-based game, and I like to see what I would get. It was a risk versus reward. It's kind of like, it's almost like Hand of Fate, where you have to actually choose your position very carefully on which card, because more risk means more reward.
That's true.
Less risk equals less reward, or end up dead. So what Oz game gave,
Okay, what they liked was the rich story steeped in Lovecraftian lore, which I love.
Gorgeous hand-drawn visual.
Simply yet very effective movement and combat animations. So it's sort of like Brawlhalla, I think, with its animations.
Yeah, risk versus reward style of gameplay. Now, I actually like that kind of gameplay where you have to take the big risk to get rewards.
Now, just for our viewers, we will be doing a Let's Play of this, I think, whenever it comes out, I think. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I'll be getting that game as well, because I'm actually quite intrigued of where it's going, and I actually would like to give this game a go. And
Indeed!
See how it goes.
Narration of dynamic elements in the game is excellent and never gets old.
Stress system means you need to build a roster of heroes.
What they didn't like was the initially system mechanics can be confusing.
And the brutal RNG may turn some players off.
Yeah.
That can't be good.
And they gave it a 9 out of 10.
That's actually pretty good.
Yes, for this particular website.
Well, what do you think about expectation review? What do you think?
I think it's going to be a fun game to play, a challenging game to play, and I'm going to give it about 8.5 out of 10 for expectation.
I actually will be quite intrigued with this game when I'll be intrigued with this game if it lives up to its name.
Mm-hmm.
Due to the fact that it has its risk versus reward, it has the dice where you have to actually roll the dice and make sure you landed on something, like either a success or fail, and who knows what will happen. It's random number generation.
That's true.
And I like how the stress. I like how you have to keep building your roster up every time you build stress. The stress system. And everything else, the graphics and almost everything that I've seen, I said it will probably live up to a name. So I'm going to give it a 8.5 out of 10.
For expectation.
Yeah. Until we get the game and get to go fully, we'll give our full thoughts of this.
Mm-hmm. Now, the next game we're reviewing is Street Fighter V.
Now, I have actually had to look at the video that one of my mates had posted up called Charles Green, and he actually posted up the ultra combos that always have like every time you get hit, the ultra combo fills up. And I have seen all the ultra combos, and it looks astonishing, so astonishing. And I like how they have new characters in there. I would actually like to see some returning characters. We have so the new characters. We got Mika, Mika, who is a pro wrestling pro wrestler girl who actually came into Street Fighter just like this year, trying to take out almost everyone in front. Then we got the old timer, well, returning characters. We got Birdie from Street Fighter 3,
Ken Ryu, of course.
And we got Nash from Street Fighter 3 as well. Nash is actually has a new outlook right now. He's rocking the Frankenstein arm and face at this point.
Cool.
Then we got some new characters, but some of them I can't remember. The only one that stands out so easily is called Bang. B-N-G. I don't understand why. And looking at him, he looks so bloody lanky as hell.
Well, actually, Blaine's actually an original character.
What?
He's one of the original Street Fighter characters.
What, Bang?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, he actually became a final boss for it.
Yeah, well, he was a pretty tough opponent back in the original Street Fighter.
Yeah. Then we got Mikali, who is... I don't know who he is. He's pretty much a... I can't remember. But his ultra combo is bloody brutal. He has two ultra combos. Ceremony of Honor, where he just rapidly punches people into on the wall, and there is Soul Offering, where he actually puts the soul, give them a sudden burst of soul residence in their body.
Okay.
Then we got Rashad or Rashid, who is a new character in this one, which he is a specialist of air. Kind of like the airbender.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah. What he does, his ultra combo is pretty awesome, and he kicks people while in midair. He brings people up in the air, starts kicking like crazy.
So in other words, he does a Goku.
Yeah. Does a Goku, but 10 times more faster than he is. Then we got returning character. Then we got another returning character. We got Zangief. Oh god. The red cyclone who likes to shove your head right underneath his butt. Goddamn. Get over that. And Dazlim, what is he from? He's from India.
Dalsim is, Indian.
Yeah.
I love Dalsim because you can do you used to be able to do long-range attacks. Basically, he was able to extend his arm and do multiple punches.
Yeah. Well, he's rocking back with a new outlook, with a new beard and moustache.
Cool.
Yeah. So what does OzGamer have in store for us?
Well, actually, I couldn't find the review on OzGamer, so I switched over to IGN.
Yep.
Street Fighter V is a first-rate competitive fighting game, but disappointingly, a thin and in single-player content. They like the V system, whatever that is, the diverse cast, focuses on fundamentals, an excellent online mode. The thing that they didn't like, it was missing a few features. They gave it an 8 out of 10.
I think the V trigger is pretty much their special ability, where different characters have their different special abilities. Ryu, what is Ryu? Actually, I can't remember what they do. I only know that M. Bison can actually counter a projectile fire. That's all I can know. Birdie, he actually gives himself a power boost and he turns red as hell. And that's it. That's all I can figure out right now. I can't be sure. I am not certain how the V triggers of different moves right now. So I have to have a look at it to get a firm idea of it.
And what will you give it for expectation points?
Well, due to the fact, for expectation, I actually would like to give it a 7.5 out of 10. But due to the fact that now I got myself a PC, I'll be able to play Street Fighter 5 properly with a full review.
Well, it's only taken you, 5 years to get a PC?
Shut up. But like I said, I can't be sure on the big trigger. I am not so certain about different features of the big trigger on different characters. So I'm not quite certain about this, but the ultra combos that they got is pretty astonishing, and most of them have upgraded themselves with their ultra combo, except for Ryu. Ryu's still rocking that Mitsu Hadouken at this point. Or Shinu and Genjin Hadouken.
For myself, I'm probably going to give it about a 7 out of 10. From what I've seen and what I've heard on that, it's actually going to be a pretty hard and interesting game to play.
Indeed. But I'm pretty sure more characters will be popping up.
Yeah, DLC will probably pop up.
Yeah, the only thing that I do not want to see is Rufus. I had enough of the Jolly Roger himself. I do not want to see his snail shell ever again. Please, Capcom, if you're thinking about putting Rufus in, please go back to the original form. Or please, put Chew in there, the homicidal maniac that we all like to see. Alright.
Okay, that's the end of the game reviews for this podcast. Now on to some news. First one is Hitman Go Definitive Edition coming to PC and PlayStation. Square Enix has announced that its mobile assassination sensation Hitman Go is heading to PC and PS4 and Vita next week, February 23 to be precise, because after all, precision is one small but major part of being a successful hitman. A newsman, and it's been dubbed the Definitive Edition. That means it will come packed with improved visuals and all DLC content.
This is actually kind of look like chess. This game actually looks like chess to me. Like you have to actually be more patient with it. And
yeah,
it kind of reminds me of that because you're not moving him literally. You're actually moving him from point A, like from one point to another, each and every single time. And I can say this, it's actually bloody awesome. So basically you have to move him each and every single time.
Well, I'll read this little bit. Hitman Go, for those unaware, is essentially a puzzle game, but one with a fantastic art style and the same sensibility that made the franchise a hit. It is not often we get ports of mobile games, and in the case of Hitman Go, it makes sense because the game looks and plays great. The trailer, which will be in the link, which I will put down in the description for you guys to go check out.
Yeah, because I'm actually having a look at it right now, and it actually looks pretty awesome. Right now. So,
and it's going to be available on Steam, so we can get it then.
Yeah. It actually looks like chess to me. You have to move him in the right direction, otherwise you're going to get caught. So I actually would like to see that. And while we're on that note, should we actually talk about Hitman, the actual Hitman?
The movie or the big game?
Oh, the big game.
Alright, off you go.
Now, due to the fact that now I have seen people have played the beta version of Hitman, the newest one that's about to come out on PS4 and on Steam, and hopefully will be coming out on the Xbox One sooner or later. I have to say, the graphics and challenges, the graphic of the game looks astonishing, and how the game is set out, you have different objectives, you have different ways of killing the objective. Getting the objective. Like, there is many ways that you can do it, there's many opportunities and many ways to disguise yourself. I like the new way they have approached this. They made it more reliable on your source and also yet how you're going to kill the target. Say for instance, I'm going to try my best not to spoil the game, unless if you guys have seen the beta version that people have actually played it through.
Or the movie, which might give away some hints to the game.
The movie. It pretty much allows you to come up with different opportunities. Say, for instance, there's your target the first mission, or your practice mission, the target, always is happening in Australia, Sydney, on one of those fortified ships. And I'm actually quite sad that no Australian actors actually did the voice for the characters that were in Australia. For shame. I am quite disappointed. Please.
Well, blame Square Enix. They're the ones that made it.
Yeah, I know. Like, I wish, like, they have made it level in Australia, but they didn't get the voice actors from Australia to give it a go.
Nope.
That's a shame. But, say, for instance, you're killing the target who's on the ship, you have to find a way to actually kill him. You can either kill him straight up, or you can be more patient and find another disguise to kill this particular target. There's different challenges that you can pull out. You got ironic, where you can shove people down, where you can shove their heads down the toilet or anything else. Then you got camouflage, where you can either be the person who they think they're talking to, but you turn around and say, "Surprise! I'm not that person you're talking to. Now you're gonna die."
Yeah, just watch yourself, Mitch. There, you're spoiling.
Yeah, I know. If people have seen the beta, then yes, you understand. But people who didn't see it, then I am so sorry.
Back to Hitman Go quickly. It will be available on PS4, PS Vita, and Steam on the 23rd of the 2nd this year. So keep your eyes out, ladies and gentlemen.
And Hitman and the original Hitman will be coming out, I think, next month or April this year. So this is going to be quite an interesting gaming update that we got in store for us. Don't you think?
That is true. Okay. Moving on in the news. Destiny 2 is now dated for 2017 with a large expansion slated for later this year.
Hopefully they will figure out that problem where when one person actually bought the game and actually bought the expansion pack, it will rely on one person. I can't stress that enough. It's annoying that Destiny actually, when one person actually downloads the game, download all the expansion pack, it goes to that person, and it doesn't go to anyone else. It's very bullshitty. I don't know if PS4 does the same, but who knows? But I actually like how Destiny ended the game with a very high note of the King's. What is that? What's that third expansion? I can't remember.
The Taken King.
The Taken King, there we go. I like how they ended with that note. Taken King. It actually looks bloody awesome. I like the boss battle of that.
You haven't gone up there yet, have you, in yours?
No, I have actually finished it.
Huh.
It's that bloody hard. Taken King is that hard. Well, once you defeat him in his first phase, it's easy, but once you get to his second phase, it becomes bloody hard, because the thing is, you can't shoot him out of the circle area that you're in. You can't shoot the bullets out of the restricted zone. You have to wait for him to come in to the restricted zone and you can shoot. Yeah.
On a little side note from this little notation I'm reading here, apparently there's going to be another Call of Duty game next year. No details about that yet, but that will actually get Cameron very excited.
I wish Call of Duty can stop. Seriously, stop.
Oh well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, because it has been talking out a lot of Call of Duties. We got Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, Call of Duty Ghost, and
I think there's close now to something like 10 different Call of Duties.
Yeah, indeed. We have the original Call of Duty, we had Call of Duty World War, we had Call of Duty Modern Warfare, we had Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, Call of Duty Black Ops, and Call of Duty... I think that's it. That's all 7.
Now moving on a little bit, Fallout 4 is getting a revamped survival mode with DLC details expected soon.
Now why revamp Fallout 4 when they already did something once? Are they talking about like revamping the survival factor, make it a little bit more?
Yeah, it's. I'll read this little excerpt. Anyone else out there thought that the survival mode in Fallout 4 related to having to eat, sleep, and watch out for permanent addiction to chems, kind of like what was available in Fallout New Vegas? Well, you're not alone, and it looks like Bethesda has taken all that feedback into plans to revamp survival mode, i.e. hardest difficulty in Fallout 4. As to how it'll work exactly, we don't know, as it was kind of announced via a small Facebook update or post or whatever happens on this Facebook thing that we keep hearing about from the youth today. The post basically said, we are also doing a complete overhaul of Fallout 4 survival mode, food, sleep, diseases, danger and more. Stay tuned. With the also in reference to a previous post where Bethesda stated that we should expect to hear details about the planned DLC content for Fallout 4 very soon, which in the case of Fallout is nowhere near soon enough. As to what DLC we can expect, that's anyone's guess at this point. Will it be similar to the first smaller add-ons for Fallout 3 like the Pit, or more substantial in the vein of Point Lookout? Obviously, we're hoping for the latter. In fact, the sizable expansion along with the lines of Skyrim's Dragonborn would probably suit best, but who knows, there may even be some planned settlement building add-ons separate to any story content. That would be kind of awesome. Anyway, soon as it shall be revealed. That's from OzGamers.com.
Now, so Poison. Actually, Poison is radiation. I actually like Fallout 4 as it is, but I actually like to see more. I actually like to see it be revamped a little bit more as it is. With the radiation factor that has been around, to the fact that the very first Fallout, it still managed to keep it going with the radiation, and it actually looks pretty awesome and detailed. Like, it's pretty much a what-if kind of situation if you end up being in a apocalyptic state with bandits and radiation rats, creatures, all kinds of stuff, wild boar, diamond city guards, the whole stuff, and it actually looks pretty awesome. And also get the guns that you can actually customize, and like as always, Raccoon, or people know him as Jordan, actually was so riveted about that game, and he customized every little crap out of that game.
That is quite true.
Yeah. Should we actually give out, due to the fact that you almost talked about Doom, should we actually talk about the release date of Doom?
We'll do that probably at the end of the show.
Yeah, right.
Just keep on moving right now. Next piece of news on the news desk. Quantum Break to be released on Xbox One and Windows 10 in April, finally.
Finally. Now that game actually got me intrigued. I actually liked how it goes.
Do you want to hear the, recommended requirements for PC?
Go right ahead.
Your operating system has to be Windows 10. Your DirectX has to be DirectX 12. You must have a Intel Core i7 4 GHz or AMD equivalent. NVIDIA GeForce 980 Ti or AMD Radeon R9 Fury X. You must have 6 GB of virtual RAM, 16 GB of RAM, and 55 GB of available space to run this game.
Oh, just nice!
I know. When I was looking at it for a second, I was like, holy shit.
Okay, now I can understand my laptop can handle some parts of it, but I'm pretty sure it won't handle the whole thing.
True.
So I'll be sticking to the Xbox One version of the game. Thank you very much.
And when I probably get my new tower, I'll probably give it a go, but that should be hopefully sometime this year. I don't know yet.
But the funny thing about Quantum Break, both the game and the TV show is going to be released on the same day. So which one will come first? Which one is first? The TV show that leads to the game, or the game that leads to the TV show?
Well, Quantum Break was out well before the show, before the game came out. I can tell you that much.
Oh, they did now?
Yeah, it's actually an old TV show that they've revamped.
Oh. I feel stupid then.
Pleb.
Shut up.
Alright, moving on. The new Total Warhammer walkthrough. They've done a new walkthrough for the upcoming Total War Warhammer.
Okay, due to the fact that I'm new to Warhammer, actually, I'm actually new to Warhammer on online games, but I'm actually quite fantasized with Warhammer on the board game. So I'm going to leave.
What, you mean the model format?
Yeah, the model format.
Yeah, I love that as well.
I actually like watching people playing it, but I can't really start to play it myself.
Maybe next time I come over, if I can find my little army or buy another set, we might have a battle.
No thanks. I think my brain can handle enough for Magic the Gathering. I don't think it will handle Warhammer due to the fact that you have to keep all these guys speaking at the same time to figure out the attack suit, is it a hit, is it a miss, or is it critical? It's going to go really something.
Okay, let's have a quick read for this. The new Warhammer gives us a closer look at the Empire campaign and what it means to be human in a world surrounded by vampires, greenskins, and chaos. Although it's light on action, there aren't any battles to see. We do get some info about the skill trees, tech trees, and how very Warhammer this new Total War appears to be. It's pretty clear that this isn't simply a Total War themed reskin. As an addition to the lore-specific bonuses and epic items and quests are all Warhammer appropriate. Also, you can finally name characters, which is a nice, very apt touch. Total War Warhammer will be released on my birthday, on the 28th of April this year.
Wow. And I thought Warhammer was only a space game, but
No. Warhammer, the original model game, which started everything, is not just in space. It's around different worlds and things like that. So it's originally based around, basically, from what I remember from playing the games, it's basically intergalactic war where you land your forces on another race's planet and basically try and battle them.
Fair enough, then. So what's the new feature? So we know that you can actually name your characters now.
Well, from what I'm reading here, it's just got a whole heap of new bonuses and new items, new quests, and of course you can name characters. So those are the main new things, by the looks of things.
Indeed. Even though I'm not a big fan of Warhammer, well actually I don't mind Warhammer, but I'm going to go.
Now, to the piece of news which I know you're very upset about.
Yeah, I know.
It's official! There will be no new Assassin's Creed in 2016.
I think, I'm not actually quite upset. I'm actually quite happy that they take a step back, because due to the fact they released 2 more Assassin's Creed Chronicles, India and Russia, I think they fall flat on their faces at that point. With Russia being a one-hit pony, if you suck up once, you have to start all over again. And with India, it does have its good graphics, but the repetitiveness, well, as I was saying, the repetitiveness of the combat system is very dull.
Now, I'll read what this little announcement says. This year, we are also stepping back and re-examining the Assassin's Creed franchise. As a result, we've decided that there will not be a new Assassin's Creed game in 2016. Since the release of Unity, we've learned a lot based on your feedback. We've also updated our development processes and recommitted to making Assassin's Creed a premier open-world franchise. We're taking this year to evolve the game mechanics and to make sure we're delivering on the promises of Assassin's Creed, offering unique and memorable gameplay experiences that make history everyone's playground.
Yeah. So it's going to be open world, like very open world.
From what they've said in that statement, yes, it looks like it.
Okay, here's the thing. What time and what place will it be at this?
I don't know. We'll have to wait for them to release another statement.
Yeah, it will actually be, and another thing, the reason why this stuff is because the Assassin's Creed movie is about to come out this year.
Oh yes, I'm definitely going to see that.
Yeah, but I actually would like to see that, and I would like to see where it leads. Sadly, it's not Ezio Auditore's movie. It's pretty much the movie itself. You got yourself a new assassin that's about to do something awesome in another place. So I actually would like to see where it takes time and where it takes place, and who is he playing as. But before we wrap this up, we got also another news on our hand. We got the release date of Doom for all consoles. Doom will be coming out on May 13th, 2016.
Yes.
Holy smokes. Now, I can't say this as much. I have tried the alpha version I tried the alpha multiplayer version of the game. So, it's bloody awesome, it's gory as hell, and it's very competitive.
Now, from what I'm reading here on just this website I just looked up, apparently Doom's single-player campaign takes around 13 hours to complete, according to ID.
Is that more than Doom 3 or less than Doom 3?
Well, considering I was playing Doom 3 BFG edition, but I was only pacing myself, and that took me about a month to finish, but it was just me pacing myself. But if you play it full on, it would probably take you about 13 to 14 hours to complete.
So roughly the same with Doom 4. I have to say, watching that on E3 has finally paid off, and it looks astonishing.
And I must say, thank you very much to E3 for broadcasting that on YouTube.
Yeah, because most of the people are actually quite would like to see if people were quite proud that Doom is about to come back this year. Well, either 2015 or 2016. Doom got postponed and was about to be ready for 2016. Here it is now, and and it's about ready to go.
And it's going to be so much fun. Now keep an eye out, viewers, on both mine and Planetary's channels, because eventually we will be doing co-op Let's Plays.
Yes, and also yet the single player campaign game.
That is true.
Because we are going to be doing it on our own time. Then I think the single player campaign is going to be awesome as hell.
How long do you think it's going to take you to finish it?
I think it will be roughly 13 hours, I think. Due to the fact it's not so much puzzle-based like the other ones.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, he hated Doom BFG Edition because he hated all the friggin' puzzles.
Yeah, the puzzle I cannot stand for Doom 3, but the shooting mechanics and doing other stuff I'm fine with, but when it comes to puzzle mechanics, my brain fries at that point. It's like, I'm going to sleep, Mike. I think that's it for tonight.
Well, is there anything else you want to add?
Not as much right now, I don't think so.
Just let me have a quick look-see here. What have we got in here? Anything interesting we can quickly talk about? Actually, there's one. I'm just getting a couple, so ladies and gentlemen. So, just continue on with what you're talking about. I'm just grabbing a couple of things here.
Yeah, unfortunately, Rocket League is actually going to be released on the Xbox One. It's either this week or next week, and people are quite astonished. Even Connor, the cheeky bastard in the back right-hand corner. And yes, Connor, I'm going to keep calling you that because that's who you are. You're the cheeky bastard on the back on the right-hand side of the corner.
Okay, I've just picked out a couple of little bit of more news. Street racing in 4K Need for Speed PC out next month.
Need for Speed, yeah.
They're releasing a new Need for Speed. Supposed to come out next month. Now this was this little post was put up on the 12th of the 2nd, so a few days ago. So should be interesting.
It's a new Need for Speed all of itself.
Yep.
Alright, now, Need for Speed history, let's have a look at it, like the hits and misses. With Need for Speed 1 and High Stake, they were pretty much good hits, and some of them were misses. with the Need for Speed 1 to becoming good hits due to the fact they were a normal racing game. Hot Pursuit number 3 was alright, but it did go a bit wonky at this point. The Porsche challenges, you only play one car, you play as the Porsche, not even. With 5 states, you have new cars and new cop cars as well, and a lot of new tracks to go on, and it looks pretty much astonishing. With Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2, the new stuff comes in where you actually use items indeed, but some of the items were a little bit finicky at some point.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, with the roadblock and the EMPs and the helicopter and backup, the hit was being the racer, the miss was being the policeman, because you only can use it once per time.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and it's a bit finicky. And the only time that you can stop a racer is by either chasing them until they give up, or you stop them on the spot.
Pit maneuvers.
With Need for Speed Underground 1 and 2, well, Underground 1 was alright, but there was no open world driving in there, like there's no free world. But I like the racing mechanics in there, where you, every time when you do something very silly, like oncoming traffic or drifting, you're getting boost, and the boost is very useful. With Underground 2, you have the free world, you have the open world to drive in. It's like your own little park, where you can drive around, doing other stuff, sponsoring magazines, and there's no policeman coming after you, and I love how the game goes. Underground 2 is like a fight, like a walk in the park.
Now we're moving up to Carbon.
Now, Carbon, I don't know if it was a hit or miss on this one.
It wasn't a bad game, actually.
It wasn't that bad, but when you're going against the territory boss, it's very hard. Like, some of them are
very overpowered.
Yeah, very overpowered with vehicles. Like, they drive fast, so every time you go up against them, you have to upgrade your car constantly. With the best car there is, the Mercedes-Benz SLR, and that's the car that I beat the last one in. And bloody hell, it took me a while to actually get that one right. It took me ages to do that one. Then we got Need for Speed Undercover. Haven't played that one, so I can't judge it.
Well, I played a little bit on my phone, but yeah, I didn't really like it too much.
Yeah. But now, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2010 version of it, it was astonishing. It's much like you're in the racer's, like you're pretty much in the racer's seat and the police seat. Due to the fact that you can actually use your equipment constantly, amount of times, depending on which race you're using and depending how much of a threat that the police can be, you can use that much items. You have the turbo, you have the EMP, the gemmer, and the spike strip. Same with...
Well, the only thing I think that was missing out of that game was the ESTs.
The ESTs, that's... what is that?
That's basically a little... how should I put it? It was in Fast and Furious 2. Basically, they can fire it out of a special kind of gun. It locks onto your car and fries all your electronics.
Electronic shock taser, is it?
Something like that, but it's like a you know those toy claws you see in the fun fairs?
Yeah.
That just fires out, opens, jams into your car, and I think it's something like a 4,000 volt charge goes through your car and fries all your electronics.
But I actually like this one. I actually like that game, so it's pretty much hit due to the fact that you can use several items and you can play both sides, the police and the racers. And with Need for Speed The Run, it's pretty much one full race. You cannot stuff this one up. If you don't get to that amount of position that you need to be, you have to start all over again. You have to start the segment of the race and make sure you get to the right amount of position to move on to the next one. And I think that's a bit of a hit. And let alone a miss at this part. Then we got... What else we got? We got Need for Speed Most Wanted 2012. I consider that one as hit and miss at that point. Like you can play, like you got different variety of cars, but the variety of cars you have to find them in different spots, and it gets very, very annoying at that point.
So it's basically just like Burnout Paradise, basically.
You have to find the cars. You have to find the cars at the app, and you have to unlock the cars by switching cars. And if you once you get the car, the good feature about that, you can swap anytime. But you be swapping to a car that's from a different spot from where you were.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's Need for Speed Rivals, and that's the game that I'm currently playing at this point. And yet again, it's a hit. Very astonishing. But the miss point of this one, you only have 2 Hot Pursuit items that you can only use, only 2. But they're manageable, they can be upgraded as many times as you want. And that is it. I cannot give out Need for Speed a hit or miss because I haven't played the game just yet, so I can't do that just yet.
Okay, moving on to the second last bit of news for tonight. The Flame in the Flood is coming out on February 24th for PC and Xbox One.
Flame of the Flood?
Flame in the Flood.
Flame in the Flood. What is that?
Well, from what I'm reading here, and it comes from a team that includes the art director from BioShock and other Irrational Game Illuminati, plus people that also worked on Halo and Rock Band, described as a roguelite river journey. The game was made possible thanks to a successful Kickstarter campaign, and no doubt it's visually arresting look. In the game, players must forge, craft, watch out for food for predators as they make their way down a procedurally generated river.
So it's kind of like Don't Starve at this point.
Pretty much, yeah.
Now, if Cameron was here, he would be all over this, but because he's not here, we might as well tell him about this next time we meet him.
Which will be Thursday for us, here in Australia.
Yeah, or it's like Wednesday for you guys in the USA.
Mm-hmm.
And what's our last news for tonight?
Aussie developer Screencheat heading to Xbox One and PS4 this March.
Oh, wow.
So that will be very, 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 very good.
Alright, now before we finish this up, now I like Screencheat, we didn't play it, did we?
No, we still have to do a Let's Play of it, so keep an eye on our channels, guys. We will probably be doing one very soon now.
And here we go, guys. Before we end this one, I'm going to give out the Xbox Gold membership rotation that's going on right now. So the Gold membership for you guys, the games are free from now on Xbox One or Xbox 360 if you guys are using it. Hand of Fate, and also get some other game called Heroes of Camelot. I don't know what it is. I can't remember. Hand of Fate is a very playful game, and it's very awesome, and it's so strategic. I recommend you guys to give it a go and see if you actually enjoy this game. It's actually pretty awesome to play, and it's actually very, very entertaining. Also, you can actually get that on Steam, but if you've got an Xbox One, you can get this for free without a single problem. And I will be, every time when I jump on this podcast on James, I'll be doing a Xbox One Gold membership rotation update of which game is free and which one isn't.
The only thing you have to start doing again is your podcasts.
Yes, which I'm going to get on that soon, ladies and gentlemen, but
He's just got a new PC, so it may take a little bit of time.
But as always, I tend to become a little bit more busy that I won't be able to start it to back that this week, and I have to help someone else yet again. Alright, well, I think that's it for tonight, is it, James?
That is everything we wanted to talk about. So, ladies and gentlemen, come join myself and Planetary Ashes on our channels and in this podcast. So next time, come see us with us or listen to us with a smile. This is Jazstretto saying see you later on Jazstretto. Let's play.
And as always, this is me, Carmen Phoenix, signing out from the Planetary Ashes, and we see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.
See yous.